clickety clack, along main lines, rickety track.
She whispers softly in my ear,
just to say your last name.
Just find a place to make the sentence easy.
that's just the way it is. Sit down, see when things can only get better.
Yet the same in so many ways.
I no recollection of the last time I came here.
But if we get much closer, I could lose control. And if your heart surrenders, you'll need me to hold.
I wouldn't be myself without you. Take a piece, take a picture of me. I don't care what happens, see, 'cause I know I'm happy.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Can Do Arts for Sustainable Development, open mic for open minds in association with the Rivo Lounge, and this is episode 57. All right, here we are. The day is like rapidly disappearing. Time's running away from me. I need to get my information in, and last week I was a bit stumped, and I was talking about football issues, and I was talking about George Floyd, and then of course the next morning the football thing fell apart, and more importantly the George Floyd verdict was returned, to much sighs of relief, and a collective sighs of relief from the tinderbox that America had become while waiting for that verdict to be passed. Now, I hesitate to form any kind of celebration or take any joy in that, because, as we all know, in America, getting found guilty of anything is just the start of the process, because the appeal system, and I'm sure there are lots of very powerful vested interests, including the police unions and what have you, which will be appealing and helping to fund the appeals on behalf of Derek Chauvin. So I won't be particularly satisfied until I know that he's securely spending at least the next 25 years in jail for his very public act of outright murder that he perpetrated, along with the assistance and help of a lot of other policemen. All right, and anybody that's paid the most cursory attention to the news this week will know that there is barely a day that goes by in America where a person of color, usually a black man, is not gunned down for some strange or unfathomable reason by someone who seems to think that wearing a uniform means that everybody must instantly follow your instructions, even if you're shouting and screaming at them like a maniac. All right, and we've just seen this week that a young man, Andrew Brown, was shot dead in America, and the families have been told, "Oh, you can't watch the footage." All right, well, the footage will come out. If it's been filmed, the footage will come out. So it's not even the beginning, it's the end of the beginning. I mean, it is pretty amazing, all right, that finally in America a white policeman has been convicted of killing a black man, all right, while being a policeman, and for killing a black man while being black, a man who was already subdued. And so there are no guarantees, or there are no points at which suddenly where a sea change has taken place. The sea change that took place is the very public act of murder perpetrated by Derek Chauvin and his colleagues against George Floyd that was filmed in its entirety, and that video is undeniable by even the most rabid. supporters of police rights and police action, and no ordinary human being could watch that video and not be transported to a place of despair by the callous actions of those officers. So I'm not holding my breath soon any time for anything to change. I just think that the only, if people know that they're being filmed, that doesn't even seem to stop their actions. So it's a bit of a conundrum, that, and one that takes you down quite a dark alley, thinking about the way that things could be and how they are. All right. At the same time, here we are in England. All right. Where, apparently, according to, if you believe some of the sources that are out there spreading their wares, 1/3 of the British public don't care that Boris Johnson's a proven and serial liar. Well, I got to tell you, I care. Right, I care about the fact that the man that who wants to run this country, all right, can't seem to tell the truth, and where all sort of parts of his life are a mystery because he's either embarrassed. I mean, who's embarrassed about being a father? I mean, isn't that a point of pride? Isn't that a point of a show of masculine virility and whatever? How can you not be proud of your kids? I don't know. I can't understand that. You're not allowed to ask him how many kids he's got. He doesn't even admit to some of them. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, my God, any man that's out there denying his children, well, that he's a pretty sad individual, I think. But I'm going to share a poem with you about the foibles of Mr. Boris Johnson slightly later. But in the meantime, okay, I'm just looking forward to seeing some amazing acts tonight who've brought their projects to bear for us, who keep contributing to us every week. All right. And even as we move closer and closer to that wonderful point where we might be able to congregate together in person and listen to some live music that we've all generated, then until then, this is as good as it gets. All right. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for being part of our little gang and turning up every week to check out what we're doing. Without further ado, I want to say, take it away, you super open micers. Thank you.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness, so much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while.
sympathy. Where have you gone? I'm getting tired and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? 'Cause this could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
Falling apart, move away from my heart, pulling me down, dragging around. Still I'm not sure if you want me in town, pulling me down, dragging around. Move away from your call, far from it all, pulling me down, dragging around. Need to see through these eyes when I'm around, pulling me down, dragging around. Still I don't know if love can be found, pulling me down, dragging around. Falling apart, move away from my heart, pulling me down, dragging around. Still I'm not sure if you want me in town, pulling me down, dragging around. Move away from your call, far from it all, pulling me down, dragging around. Need to see through these eyes when I'm around, pulling me down, dragging around. Still I don't know if love can be found, pulling me down, dragging around.
The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and endless sky. The first time ever I kissed your lips, I felt the earth move in my hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was there at my command. The first time ever I lay with you, I felt your heart so close to mine, and I knew our love would fill the earth until the end of time, my love, until the end of time. The first time ever I saw your face, and the first time ever I kissed your lips, and the first time ever I lay with you.
Gas pipe. I looked at you, fear prism gaze, mud brown, dappled, dented, silver-flecked carapace. You were flattened like defeat, worn-rimmed top and bottom. Did you whisper to me, softly cackling? Did you tell me about the small hole hiding from me beneath you? Yes, you revealed a rusty smirk through my frozen eyes. You could see snail trail fear glistening on my temples.
Okay, people. I'd like to share a poem with you this evening from a guy who I discovered a few years ago. Some of you may have heard me quote his poem, The Stabber Jockey, which is a brilliant rendition about the Brexit thing. And that has some resonance here as well. Because this is a poem by a guy called Steve Pottinger, who's a brilliant poet, based in Wolverhampton, and he's part of the Pandemonialists and Prattlers, based up in the Black Country, and he's a long-time critic of Boris Johnson and the whole Tory ethos, as I am, and I'm happy to be able to share this piece with you. And he wrote this, like, I think he published this today. Okay, and I'd like to share it with you because you need to hear it. So this is untitled, okay, and its subject matter will become clear in just a second. Okay, so in which the reader is invited to consider the A to Z of charges laid at the door of Prime Minister Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson, setting them against the oft-repeated claim that he is doing his best. Please tick all answers that apply. A, failing to act like a statesman. B, shamelessly feathering his nest. C, hopelessly mired in corruption. Make a mark by those things that he does best. B, indecisive, inept, in trouble. E, evasive and shifty when pressed. F, locking down late and reluctantly, at which he is doing his best. G, lying as easy as breathing. A clown gone awry, a bad jest. H. G, mumbling something in Latin. Would these be the things he does best? J, putting borders where borders weren't needed. K, watching Belfast slide into unrest. L, promising bridges and tunnels and airports. Any clue as to which he does best? M, writing huge lies in the side of a bus. N, selling you horseshit with zest. O, setting the bar low and missing. Which one of these is his best? P, hopeless and hapless and heartless. Q, a caricature badly dressed. R, telling lie after untruth. But remember, he's doing his best. S, money up walls without counting the cost. T, sending £45 billion west. U, for a track and trace system that doesn't. Tell me, how is he doing his best? V, sliding away with a lover. Pinning the flag to his chest. X, going absent whenever he's needed. Would these be the things he does best? Y, an end of Peer Churchill history as farce. Z, the wrong answer, whatever the test. Who'd rather bodies pile high in their thousands while he lies that he's doing his best? And that just about sums him up. And I quote that without apology. And I think Steve's been extraordinarily fair there, because all of these things are a matter of record, and you might like to look them up maybe if you. All right, so there you go. That's Steve Pottinger, okay, from the back country. All right, who I'm glad to say is a person I've met and seen and spoken to and listened to his work, and he's an absolutely brilliant poet, and you should check him out. All right, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, you give as good as you get, struggle with your demons, but you openly invited them into your head. They won't ever relinquish their control because you aren't ready to fight yet. You can blame the mistake when really you should blame the mistaker who made it. So slowly pull the pin and try to pass it on to whoever wants to hold. When the story's relayed, who will be the devil when it's told? Angels open their arms, but you push back until you're no longer welcome into their fold. Everybody has a devil inside, you must never look him in the eyes. Why? He's a fallen angel, and what holds the image of the devil becomes the devil itself. He's spitting his venom, but the words are dripping from your mouth, poison in every word you say. You hear with your ears, but it flows through the wishing well. But you know who to tell, because everybody has flaws, some are multi-storied. Layer upon layer of a man with a troubled past. You stare through them, not saying a word until the moment's past. You find your medicine, you find your truth. You still feel menacing, even when you're alone in a room.
Okay, so it's that time of day, okay, where we've come to the end of another open mic. And I just want to say a huge thank you for everybody that's contributed this evening. And I'd like to say that if you would like to be part of our open mic community, it's really simple. Okay, you can join us every week. You can check us out on Instagram. All right, check out the podcasts that are flying out of the social hub of positivity, which is now open for business and getting lots of visitors. And I also just want to say, it's really simple. You don't have to do something if you don't want to. Nobody here is being forced to do anything. People are giving their time and their talent freely, and with no prospect of reward. Okay, but one of the things that's been most beautiful is seeing people spread their wings and fly with something that they might have been a little bit concerned about doing before in public. And the only thing to fear about failure, okay, is wondering, what if I'd had a go? Okay, failure is not doing something not as well as you'd like to. Failure is not doing anything. Failure is not having a go. So I invite you to have a go. And if you'd like to do that, then you can send your contributions to us at openmic@cando-arts.com. And we will add you to our list of contributors, okay, and supporters. But in the meantime, all right, thanks everybody, okay, and I'm going to leave you with my good friend, Mr. Ed Deedigan. Thank you very much, and good evening.
Well, the days are getting lighter, the sun is shining stronger, the fields are getting brighter, the harvest will come. But for how long? But for how long? Blossoms on the trees now, the birds and the bees now. Well, the blossom on the trees now, but for how long? How long? With your building of your roads, where your hearts have grown so cold, our children will not know, will not know. Well, your wars still rumble on, and the blood flows steadily. Well, the planet's heating up, have you not noticed? Fires keep on raging, and the children are crying. All the species are dying, and you politicians still lying. Well, what will it take for you to wake to see what you have done? All the time you tried to make the hay, and then you burnt in the sun. Where has our future gone? Where has our future gone? 'Cause you can't race away in your brand new car. You'll not get away, you'll not get that far. You can't sail away in your shiny new yacht. It doesn't really matter what you think you've got when it's all gone. It's time to wake up and stand strong against the greed of all these very strange human beings indeed. HS2, man. No, bruv. This is very, very lovely clothing in the shop, the social hub of positivity in Emery Gate. Come down, spread the word, share the love. There's lots of good things to see. Happy birthday to Sarah Walker and everything else. Have a lovely day, everyone. Lovely weekend. Thank you for your support. Podcasts every Friday. The Unlock Reset Festival. And the burning of the wick, and the running of the deer, and the playing of the merry organ, and drinking lots of beer. 21st of June. Oh, before that, we've got a whole week of mental health projects in Emery Gate and at Can Do. Come and talk to us if you want to get involved from the 10th of May with the wonderful people at Eagle One. Emily, nice one. Big shout out to all the people in Emery Gate, all the crew, Jack and all the crew. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. See you soon. And all the great artists at Emery. Come in to the shop. The shop. Take it easy.